Hello, Internet. We are back here with more of the not blockbuster category of box office predictions, and now we're doing a thriller because the market wasn't crowded enough. And that thriller is simply called Ma. That's it, 2 letters, Ma. Great name. Let's go over its pros and cons real quick. But before that, let's go over a couple things. One, I haven't seen the trailer for this, mainly because I was never interested in this movie in the first place. Because I thought it would just be like another generic horror thriller type movie. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just had no interest, so I didn't watch the trailer. And second of all, the director of this movie, Tate Taylor, he and Octavia Spencer have worked together on another movie called The Help. Yes, I'm dead serious. These two have worked together on The Help. So this is a drastic departure from that. Because, The Help was a movie that was made to win awards. This movie obviously isn't that. But I thought it was an interesting fact. So it's pros and cons. Pros, it could be appealing enough to a certain audience. I've said this before about, what was it? I forgot which movie it was. I forget. Black cinema, black, the black community, whatever you want, whatever. They can be very reliable at the box office, incredibly reliable, actually. And so a movie, starring, Octavia Spencer, who is very prolific, in movies, you see her a lot. It could help this movie out a great deal. But let's go over its cons, main cons. The main con is the marketplace is too damn crowded. It's insane. We have so many movies coming out at once, before Ma and after Ma. No movie is going to be able to really breathe unless the guaranteed blockbusters like Pikachu and Aladdin and Godzilla 2, maybe John Wick 3, and then there's Secret Life of Pets 2 and Dark Phoenix and whatnot. But this movie might be too small, and it could potentially just be shafted. It just could be left behind in the dust. Compared to other movies like Palms and The Hustle and The Sun Is Also a Star and Booksmart, this has way more potential than those. But it has to deal with Rocket Man and Godzilla 2, and then, as I already said, Secret Life of Pets 2, and then Dark Phoenix, and then Men in Black International, and then Shaft, which could steal it from its audience, at least some of it. And then Toy Story 4, which is going to be a 4-quadrant movie, so that's going to definitely steal from its audience. And then Child's Play. That's going to be the final nail in the coffin for not us, Ma. So overall, this movie is going to be a 1-week wonder. It's going to have 1 week to make as much money as possible, and then it's just going to bleed out fast. So overall, this movie's probably going to open in the 20s, probably 20, 25, and then quickly bleed out to like a 60 to 65 million total. That's what, a lot of horror movies usually do. It's not because, most of them are bad. Well, that's partly the problem. not all horror movies are bad, but they're very front-loaded in nature, because with horror movies, there's like a rush seeing it opening day or opening weekend, but after that rush is just gone, and then it quickly dies out. Some horror movies have bucked that trend, but that's usually how horror movies function. So yeah, that is Ma for you. Next predictions, it's going to be something I've already mentioned. That is Shaft. So we're skipping June 7th because I already covered the 2 movies that are opening that weekend. At least the 2 main movies. So yes, next one will be Shaft. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. I've done 2 playlists on these predictions, the blockbusters and the not blockbusters. So if you want to check them out, go right ahead. Other than that, that is all, and I am out.